I'm Insomniac.
I'm Pops.
And this is Shooting the Shit.
a.k.a. Chatting with Pops.
Alright, this is episode 8 of Shooting the Shit, a.k.a. Chatting with Pops. And this is another Patreon-exclusive episode, and this week's topic is actually the same person.
Oh, is it? I didn't realize that.
Yeah, Brad with the last name that I can't pronounce ever, which I'll put up on screen. We picked one of their topics. What was the topic?
How we feel about modern music, I believe was something to that effect, how we feel about it, or...
Oh, what do we hate the most about modern music?
Okay, hate, right. Oh, this should be good. Wait, we didn't even start, he's looking at the liquor. Yeah, he's trying to figure out what he's gonna drink. Holy Christ. What do we hate about modern music? I'll start. I mean, I have a list, literally. People don't even play instruments anymore. How the fuck do you make music when you don't play an instrument? That irks the shit out of me. And there's a lot of shit out here. People are making music without instruments. Now, you got two guys with computers and you have like, I don't know how many thousands of people watching them carrying on. It's like, what the fuck are we looking at?
Also known as DJs.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm not talking about it, but I mean, there's, I just don't.
You're not talking about it. That's exactly what you're talking about. When people go to watch a show with a laptop, it's a DJ up there.
Well, no, wasn't there guys that were doing music that had like their laptops and they were like, playing a keyboard? I don't know.
Those are DJs.
No. There were some guys you actually liked. You actually liked them. They were doing
what?
Some sort of modern music, and they were like, they weren't really playing instruments. I remember. I forget who it was. If you're gonna call it modern music, then I think that instruments should be played, and I could go right from that where instruments aren't used like they used to be, and there's no talent, I don't think talent, to the people that are doing modern music. Justin Bieber and One Direction, I don't even know if they're around anymore, and Taylor Swift and all this nonsense, and Katy Perry, and what the hell is all this music? Some of this shit
I don't know if we can include Taylor Swift. I can't stand her, but she plays guitar and writes most of her own music.
Well,
if anybody in that list of shit people is a musician, Taylor Swift is.
But the thing is that it's just senseless bullshit. It's like bubblegum bullshit. I mean, I guess I could take that back to my day.
That's what she built her career on. So I mean.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that annoys me. You know. So what I hate about modern music is that there's just people out here literally making millions and millions of dollars, and they're making a mockery of music. I mean, I think, like we talked about the 70s, and we bring up all these people we did already in conversation. We had like Jimi Hendrix and Deep Purple and...
Yeah, the big difference, and I'm not totally disagreeing, because I don't think a lot of the shit that's out today can really be considered music, to be fair. You didn't have technology in your day. No, you didn't. You didn't even have computers. You had computers that were bigger than this entire room, so you didn't have the options to actually create without the use of raw instruments. Not that I'm against that. I think live instruments need to be a part, at least, of anything to be considered music. But you can't just say they weren't doing it then, like it was an option and they just weren't doing it.
Well, but
they couldn't do it.
But those same guys today are still making some music or going out and doing their music and.
No, that doesn't count. They're doing, because those same guys are used to making music a certain way. They're not going to all of a sudden now get laptops and decide that they're gonna.
They could get involved with technology.
No, they couldn't.
Yeah, but they know it's idiotic. Just the title, modern music, and what do you hate? Yeah, I hate. Period. That you said modern music. What the fuck is modern music? Just some of these people I mentioned, and there's so many others. It's trash to me. I think it's trash. What do you think?
I disagree with you on almost all fronts here.
Great.
I actually disagree about almost all of it. First of all, modern music blankets everything that is current music, and some current music, musicianship-wise, is shit that nobody from your time ever could have touched.
Oh.
Ever. I'm not talking about some of the more popular people like you mentioned, like obviously Justin Bieber. Actually, most of the people that you mentioned on that short list of modern bullshit, if you put all of them together and created a ball of all of their talent, they wouldn't be able to shine a light to anything from your era. But then you take guys like, for example, that band that I went and saw in Brooklyn at that little sold-out show, Chan. There were no musicians like that then. Periphery, who, I mean, they're a gent band, metal band, but the stuff that they play, there's people trying to ruin their lives trying to learn one song.
Wow.
I mean, this is modern music. Now, does it lack maybe some substance and soul?
It lacks heart and soul for sure.
But yeah, but you can't say that it's not music. These are people that are playing instruments. They're playing them unbelievably well. To ride the line with what he was saying about technology and not appreciating that for modern music. See, I don't mind some production. I made the song that's in this video, and that took me like 40-45 minutes. I made all of this stuff in my videos, but I also play live instruments. So sometimes I don't mind some digital production. What I don't like is using it as a cheater tool, as where you actually had to be talented back in the day to go in the studio and do what you had to do.
Well, this is my point.
Now you have Melodyne and Auto-Tune and 50 different
types
of
shit.
You have 50 different types of pitch correction. So if you can't sing, all the new digital aids will make you be able to sing. I mean, almost anybody. And the same goes for instruments. You can literally...
Modern music.
But no. So you can't blanket it all as modern music.
Right,
you can't take a handful of people that suck ass and say
so
that
we
all
disagree.
modern music sucks.
I'll tell you what. Some of the bands you mentioned, some of the people you mentioned, they can play. You're right. Lacks a lot of heart and soul and feel and what music
but heart
I
and
think
soul
is.
doesn't. I agree in terms of liking heart and soul in music, but that's not what makes music music.
Okay.
It's not.
In your opinion?
No, not my opinion. You have to look up the definition of music.
In what?
Music. There's nothing in the definition of music that says that it has to have heart and soul. Good music is supposed to have heart and soul. But that's not what music is.
But that's what I hate about modern music. I'm answering the question. There's a lot of bullshit out here. Well, look, what's out here? I mean, even when you think about something like Mumford & Sons and some of this shit that's out, and I know a lot of people probably like some of the people I'm saying.
We're just going to disagree on this entire topic, I think, the whole time. Because, let's go back to Mumford & Sons for a second. Now, I'm not a Mumford & Sons
Well, he wants to know about what we hate, so go ahead.
If I were that kind of gentleman, and I like to listen to folk rock, then Mumford & Sons is actually phenomenal. And in terms of actual talent, they are really, really good. They are actually a very talented group of folk, whatever, musicians.
Right.
Now what I hate to kind of play the middle with modern music is they want a Grammy in the rock category. That's not rock.
Well,
it's not rock for a fucking
modern
second.
music.
That's not. Yeah, but I don't know if you could just then throw modern music over the whole thing like a blanket. Because they're modern, they're making good music, but they're
But look what they want. You're saying
they're being categorized in the wrong category.
Well, I guess. I mean. Well, that's what I'm saying. Modern music. Oh, rock. Fucking. They run a rock award. How the fuck did you do that? Everything's fucked up.
I mean, if I had to try to join his side of the fence for this argument, slightly.
It's fucking horseshit.
I would say that. I mean, if I were to look at the entire, the kind of whole group of modern work, modern music comparatively does suck. There is a lot more shit than there is good. There's a lot more computers basically making the music than people are actually putting time and effort into creating a piece or having any talent. I guess where the main disagreement is for me is when you dig through the piles and piles of shit, there are not only good modern groups, but I think there is a level of musicianship nowadays that far surpasses most of whatever existed.
You brought up Periphery and the band, the guys. Yeah, these there's a lot of those type of bands that I'm not going to take away from. Now they are playing instruments, they're playing ability, but it's gutless, it's soulless.
Not all of them. Tom Misch, incredible. He's like John Mayer, but with more soul.
Don't know him, I admit.
He is absolutely. First of all, in terms of musicianship, he actually writes and records all of his own stuff, instrumentation-wise, etc. And that guy has more soul than I mean, see, there's exceptions.
Idiotic shit like Katy Perry, fucking bubblegum bullshit.
Orange juice all the way to the left, please.
What the fuck are you talking
about? The one
about?
that has the black label across it.
Orange juice?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm going to call it because you don't like liquor. Can I have that, please?
Fuck. Now I'm handing him this shit.
Thanks.
Fuck.
Anyway, continue. You were talking about bubblegum.
Your sister's ass over here.
I'm busy.
Right, now you fucked up my thought.
You were talking about bubblegum music. All right.
I was talking about... Yeah, I mean...
There's still whiskey in modern music.
Yeah, great. What a fucking mess. Back to the fucking... so the point here for me is...
I think we had a giant miscommunication in this topic, and I think the miscommunication, the topic, at least the way you wrote it, Brad, was modern music.
Right.
You're referring to
what
modern.
we hate.
Yeah, but it's what we hate about modern music in general. He didn't say what we hate about modern popular music. And you're talking about modern popular music, and now 99% of that is shit.
Okay. I misunderstood.
Modern mainstream music, which he did not specify, is horrible. Modern music, in terms of what everybody's making at this point,
well, we agree. So we definitely fucking disagree there, because I think half of that's horseshit too, or more than half. And I get right back to what I started with. I think I'm on course there. A lot of that shit with the computers and no instruments and I have fucking talent, I'm gonna entertain someone. The fact that you hook music to that drives me crazy, because
no, but that's modern popular music again.
No. Some of these fuckers that are doing that.
Some. Not all.
It's contrived. So they can't. They have no fucking talent. Don't put music on it at all for me. I don't even tag music on that shit.
Not all modern music is terrible. Most modern popular music is terrible, but not all modern music is terrible. We're at a stalemate on this.
Yeah.
Because again, I want to make clear so nobody out there loses respect for my musical abilities. I do not appreciate or think there's almost any talent in modern popular music. But if we're taking modern music and extending it to everything modern, there is a lot of great music out there. Not the shit you'll ever hear on the radio. And
I don't appreciate most of it personally. So there again, but then. You know,
there is some great talent out there.
Two different generations, so yeah, all right. But talent, you're using that fucking word. Now, I'm not getting back to periphery or
that's what I'm talking about.
All right, well then, all right. But you can.
And wait, I'll make you even more angry.
Fuck.
Although I will not bracket it completely as music or say that there's really much respect to it. You do need a level.
I'm giving them the look.
You do need a high degree of technical ability and some degree of talent to create digital music as well.
Stop talking shit.
No,
what?
It's the truth.
What are you talking about?
I mean, what am I talking about? See, I would compare two different producers, but you're not going to know who either one of them are, and then you would understand what I'm saying. There are producers who create the same thing over and over.
As half fucking brain dead as I am getting older, I could fucking learn to do that horse shit. No. And that's not,
No.
Bullshit.
No, you couldn't.
Yeah, I could.
No, because there's things that after 2 years of me doing it, I couldn't figure out. There are some things that you have to be a absolute wizard to even get down. It's not all as simple as pushing buttons. Some of it is.
But how does it get labeled music?
Well, see, it also depends.
That's my point.
This is where this can become a longer topic.
That's the thing.
No, because some of it absolutely is. Take a producer like Zed, for example. That guy is a musician. He's a classically trained pianist.
I'm in the dark.
He's a classically trained pianist, and he writes most of his stuff on piano first, and actually writes from a place of not only technical know-how, but actual musical emotion before he turns it into a dance song. There are guys like that who, and then forget it, his technical ability in terms of what he can do digitally is unreal. There are guys like that actually are musicians and are actually creating music. Right. Then there are other people who are just sampling things over and over and hitting buttons on an MPC and creating
this is
shit.
Who I'm mostly talking about, let's get this straight, is horse shit.
I think what we both hate about modern music, if we're coming to some form of agreement, is the complete lean on digital aids. Not the fact sometimes that there is technology in music, but the fact that it's all cheated by technology.
That's it. That's my problem.
There's too much digital cheating in modern music.
Okay, so he's breaking it down now. That's it. You know, I'm not taking away from anyone who has any talent in modern music. I'm making faces because it's like, but I'm connecting modern music to pushing buttons, and everybody all of a sudden is a music maker. Oh, you're not. You know, I mean, I believe, I hear music, I think talent.
Which Mustang was better, a 70 Mach 1 or the 04 Mach 1?
You can't compare that to this shit of music today.
You can.
This slop of shit.
You can, because see, there is a huge amount of...
So you're trying to tell me, oh yeah, things evolved. Come on,
not
bullshit.
All of it. See, this is what I'm saying is it's way too complex of a thing to blanket. Because cars are the same way. There is mass-produced absolute shit across the board that I don't think should even be considered a vehicle, other than the fact that it has tires and a license plate. But there are some things that have come such a long way, and that technology has aided that there are certain aspects of modern things that the old shit just can't touch because they didn't have some of those things. So
I get that.
It's too complex.
I get that. Right.
I think of a...
I get that. Now we're reasoning this out, and understandably, but I come right down to what we're talking about. You broke it down before. You're going to put it in.
So what happened in
Fuck
this
that.
episode for all you folks at home is it turned into a shit show that got way off the actual question because we disagree so much on the modern music topic. We share some, you know, and actually I think in terms of the actual question Brad asked, we share that for the most part of what we hate about modern music the most.
Right.
We just disagree on the fact that, you know, all modern music is shit or is not shit because, like I said, I think it's way too complex of a topic.
And then I make the mistake.
Please don't anybody suggest that we elaborate on this topic. It would be a 3-hour episode.
Yes, and also I always wound up making the mistake of throwing in, like Rob said, popular fucking craze of bubblegum assholes making millions of dollars a year. It's like,
yeah, but I think all the way back
what
to
the fuck?
all that you goes back as far as the 50s or 60s and the
true.
popular pop shit was the least amount of talent with the highest amount of views. And it's still the
I
same
can't argue
today.
with him there.
It's still, and meanwhile, the most talented guys are selling out little venues that have 500, 1,000 people. That never changed. It probably never will.
Yeah.
But anyway, I thought this was an interesting topic, and it definitely turned out to be more of a discussion topic than I thought it was going to be. I thought we would just be kind of like computers, digital stuff, and see you next week.
Fucking learn how to make music.
Music's a term that's used too loosely.
Right.
But anyway, this was a very, like I said, this turned out to be a pretty good topic. We appreciate that. I think the next topic, or wait, there might be a public episode coming up next. I don't remember. But either way, I will put the question up again so you guys can submit more topics. We appreciate the topics we've gotten already. And of course, like we tell you every week, we still have all the other topics on a list. And we still cycle through them, and we will get to all of them in a timely fashion. Well, we only have time for one a week, but we'll...
If I could say some of your topics will be a bigger argument than this. So we have to prepare
Well, that's what you guys are watching for, right?
Yes. So
anyway, thanks for watching.
We're out.
See you
Thanks.
at the next one.
All right.